A dark moment in Nigeria's history. The Boko Haram crisis was in its sixth year at the time President Muhammadu Buhari assumed office as Nigeria's 15th head of state.
And defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
And with a sense of urgency, he gave his first official order to the military.
The command center will be relocated to Maiduguri and remain until Boko Haram is completely subdued.
Despite a directive by the president, Boko Haram attacks went unabated. More worrisome was the emergence of other forms of criminality.
New security issues have emerged that the administration has not been able to deal with very well, including the secessionist agitation in the southeast, as an example, banditry in the northwest, and then, of course, some other violent criminality, especially inter-community violence. One of the, I would say, sad legacies that the Buhari administration will be leaving behind is the deep division within many communities in Nigeria, especially driven by ethnicity and religion. So we are seeing a lot of clashes that are, driven by these 2 points I've mentioned, religion and ethnicity.
There's no geopolitical zone that doesn't have a security challenge now. If you go to the northeast, of course, it's coming down in the northeast that the attacks of Boko Haram has lessened. But mass kidnapping in the north central and northwest is worrisome. Then if you go to the southeast, you have the issue of IPOB.
At least 7 incidences of mass school abduction were recorded under the Buhari-led government, with more than 1,000 school students abducted and over 600 schools shut down in the last 8 years, according to the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. Leah Sharibu was abducted from the government girls' secondary school in Dapchi, Yobe State, is still in captivity 5 years after, while over 100 Chibok schoolgirls abducted in 2014 are still in captivity, contrary to President Buhari's promise to get all of the girls released during his tenure. The Federal Capital Territory was not spared from attacks, with terrorists masterminding a jailbreak at the Kuje Medium Correctional Center to free their members, while an attack was launched on a train heading from Abuja to Kaduna. The governments of the United States and the United Kingdom issued threat alerts to their citizens on several occasions, especially concerning the nation's capital. Consequently, the president summoned several emergency Security Council meetings, giving marching orders to the security chiefs to step up their game.
I think what gave rise to all this is multifaceted. You have the issue of funding, you have the issue of handling, you have the issue of corruption, because you cannot rule out the issue of corruption in the process of purchase of arms and all these things.
Nevertheless, some successes have been recorded, particularly in the fight against insurgency, which has seen over 100,000 Boko Haram fighters and their families surrendered to the military, while thousands of others were neutralized.
Say no to Shekau.
The Buhari administration also increased budgetary allocation to security and defense from over 900 billion naira in 2015 to 2.3 trillion naira in 2022. This led to the procurement of 12 Super Tucano jets from the United States and 30 aircrafts for the Nigerian Air Force and 16 warships for the Nigerian Navy, as well as military communication facilities, including the Giwa 2 Special Communication Project at the Mogadishu Cantonment in Abuja. Experts also have some recommendations for the next administration.
I believe that we cannot, the current template that we have for security with all its challenges cannot give us what we want. So there is a need for security sector reform.
As President Buhari hands over the baton to his successor on May 29, Nigerians look forward to a more secure country where they can go about their businesses and pursue their dreams without fear of the unknown. Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.